Hello there, this is Angelus, and thank you for visiting me once more on my channel. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought about, and I have thought about this myself, when growing up in the projects and remembering being very poor, how do some of these people make their first six-figure income? And then later on go on to being a self-made millionaire in a relatively short period of time to enjoy their wealth. Always wonder how that was done. Well, in this video, we're going to discuss and talk a little bit about one self-made millionaire who grew up similar and in a similar fashion, I should say. And in the process of acquiring his wealth through a mentor, he created a module, a template for others, the average person, to follow and copy and do exactly what he's done. So before I continue and go into this video, I want to let you know, if you like the contents of this video, if you enjoy what you heard, please subscribe and hit the icon bell. And that way, when I make more similar videos, you'll be notified in the future. And I just want to remind everyone before we continue, please watch the video from the beginning to the end, because it's going to be full of all information about how to create your own financial wealth, your own financial empire, just like this gentleman did. And I don't want you to miss anything. So who is this man? Who is this individual, self-made millionaire? You probably heard about him. If you've read his book in the past, but for you newbies who never heard of him, his name is Robert Kiyosaki. Now, he wrote a book, the book that launched his career in that respect as an author and a teacher and a trainer. Is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What he said in the book and what he explained was that the average person, meaning middle class to poor, was taught one way of thinking about money, and the rich thought about money a different way. And that's the only thing that differentiated them. This does not matter if you're rich or to begin with. It does not matter if you're smart. Your IQ may be less than desirable. It doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. It doesn't matter of anything external to you. It all deals with a perception of how you look at money. And it starts with the idea that you're taught differently than the other guy. That's all. And this is what Robert Kiyosaki developed. It's called a 4-quadrant system to educate the average person on how to create their wealth. So how he did it was, he was educated by a mentor back when he was a child. I'm not going to give away the book. I'm just giving you the essence of what the book's all about, especially for those who never read the book. Now, he talks about there's only 4 ways to earn money: as an employee, as a self-employed or solopreneur, entrepreneur, as a business owner, or an investor, excuse me. So these are the 4 ways, ESBI. Puts them in quadrants and explains them individually. There is no other way in the world to make money. So if you're in some kind of earnings, if you're making money somewhere, somehow, you're in one of these 4 quadrants. Or maybe you're in a couple of the quadrants. We'll see as we go forwards. So the first quadrant he talked about was, you're an employee. You work for a company. That's it, period. Then you might be a solopreneur, which is the S quadrant. So basically, you're self-employed. You own it, okay? Then when you get to the B quadrant, you're a business owner. You own a system, a structure, a company that's run by other people. And then, of course, the last one, I, you're an investor. That's where money works for you. So now, this is the essence of the book. He talks about them in great details in other books and other lectures and other YouTube videos. I highly recommend go check them out. But let me just make this clear for you right now so you understand. If you're in the E or S quadrant, you're working the hardest and paying the most taxes. That's just the facts. If you're in the B or I quadrant, you're working far less and you're making more money. And the best part of it, you're paying less taxes. That's just the facts of how you make your money. Now, through the whole process of acquiring his wealth, Robert Kiyosaki, he worked towards going from an employee to a business owner to an investor. He kind of bypassed, even though he started as an entrepreneur, so to speak, he went to an entrepreneur higher level by going straight to a business owner. And then he quickly learned that being a business owner, even though it's great, it's better to be an investor. So wherever you are, ESB quadrant, he highly recommends in the book that you work your way towards being in the I quadrant, excuse me, as best you can. Being an investor is the best way to make money. You pay less taxes, you work the least. I mean, sometimes you could be sleeping and making tons of money. And this is where he says you have your money work for you, while the other quadrants, you're kind of working for the money. Okay, that's it. I'll let you go with that. If you enjoyed the content and it gave you massive value, please give me a comment, subscribe, or hit the bell. And when I create another video with similar contents, you'll be notified of it. Take care.